Last name is Feldman, F as in Frank, Eldman. I'm with Neture Karta International, Jews United Against Zionism, www.n as in Nancy, kusa.org. I'm here at the 51st annual ISNA convention. It's not the first time at ISNA, it's not the first time in a Muslim convention. We do this many times. And this is an opportunity for us to come and to meet Muslim people, to meet many people, and help people understand that not all Jews support the state of Israel, not all Jews support the crimes being committed against the Palestinian people, and more important, that the Holy Torah, Jewish religion, does not condone all what's being done in Palestine. Well, it's not only the senator. There are many American politicians who stand up to support Israel. Some of them would do it out of compassion to the Jewish people. People do want to help Jewish people, since after all what Jewish people suffered, which is a very beautiful concept, and it's something that should be appreciated, and we do appreciate that. But we are trying to educate and to inform people that what's being done in Palestine, even if this would be in favor for the Jewish people, how should we oppress other people because of that? It's my grandparents who were killed, murdered in the Holocaust, suffered, they were tortured in the Holocaust, and some of us, thanks to the Almighty, who survived. That's why we know exactly what suffering is, and we don't want to see other people suffer. And we say to these people, they should understand that it's not only wrong for the Palestinian people, it happens to be that this is not the favor for the Jewish people. Jews lived in peace in many Muslim countries, including Palestine. There was no hate in the early 1920s. Why do we see today this tremendous hate, this tremendous war between our peoples? This is just only because of this political movement of Zionism. This is not only a catastrophe for Palestine, it's a danger for the Jewish people. If we want to be honest and righteous, we should not allow crimes being done to Palestine. If we want to be in favor of the Jewish people, we should not allow the state of Israel to act in the name of all Jews. And if we want to be honest to God, we should not allow that these actions, these crimes being done, sometimes in the name of God, sadly, we should not allow this. What the Torah says about the state of Israel, first of all, something that everybody can understand is that killing, crimes, oppressing, occupying an entire people is not only a crime against the people, it's criminal within Jewish religion. All of this is forbidden. But it happens to be that according to Judaism, even without any crimes to it, even if this would be in total peace with all peoples, not oppress anyone, it's still forbidden, because according to Judaism, and this is one of the basics of Jewish belief, is the concept of exile. Ever since the destruction of the Second Temple about 2,000 years ago, way after the land was promised to the Jews, way after this promise was fulfilled, and the Holy Land was given to the Jews, after that is another side of the coin which nobody speaks about, because this is not in favor of Zionist propaganda. There is the other side of the coin, that God took the land from the Jews and placed the Jews into exile. Not necessarily that this is something that something that is always comfortable, but this is certainly the will of God. The concept of exile was accepted by all Jews throughout all generations, without any exception, until some secular Jews came up about 120 years ago. Theodor Herzl, who was an outspoken heretic, he didn't practice anything of Judaism, he didn't circumcise his son, and he was upset with Judaism. He came up with this anti-Zionist philosophy of building a sovereign homeland for Jews by physical means. And this is in total contrast to our religion. This is total contrast to the basics of Jewish belief. And this is in total contrast to the tradition and the belief and teachings that were taught to us from all generations back. Well, our message to the Muslim community is that we try to educate and to have people understand that this state of Israel does not represent all Jews. This conflict that we see today is not a conflict based on the difference of our religions. People sadly think today that just because we have a difference of religion, this should be a reason, a cause for conflict. And this is totally wrong. And why do people think this way? Because Zionist propaganda has an agenda to have people believe that this is based on the difference of religion. Why? Because they want people to believe that just as these religions will never change, then this conflict will never change. And there is no other solution other than fighting, which is totally wrong. Because we have a past history that proves that Jews and Muslims did live in peace despite differences of our religions. It happens to be that our religions are quite close. But we do have differences, and this was never a reason for conflict. And this should not be a reason for conflict. Once we understand this, first of all, we understand that not all Jews support all of this. The Jewish religion does not condone this. We don't have to fight each other. We did live in peace. We can live in peace. We should live in peace. And we will live in peace, God willing, as long as we can manage to have this political movement put aside. We hope that all people should understand. And we hope that supporters of Israel should finally realize, and especially in our time now, after all what happened in the last couple of weeks, these sad, bloody, disastrous happening in Gaza. This is something that did shake people. This did wake up people. This should wake up many more people to understand that all of this is wrong. And it's really sad that we need to lose lives in order to make us think. We should think for ourselves, and we don't need these terrible, tremendous price to wake us up.